Hey Facebook, it's your friendly nosy neighbors, Jessica Cardon
and Elyse Powell
with the Murdock Manwaring Company. We are so grateful and we're so excited that you're here today with us, visiting us for another edition of Nosy Neighbors. And if you love local businesses, please make sure to like and follow our page because we want to support all the local businesses that we highlight. And we want to make sure that everyone knows all the amazing business owners and business things that we have here in Idaho Falls.
We've seen some really cool ones and you don't want to miss out on any of them.
Yeah. What a fun day that would be, just scrolling back through Nosy Neighbors videos.
That's right.
And
learning about all the local business in Idaho Falls.
It's a great day for you if you have a rainy day. And if you love real estate, the way we pay for this is we offer this free for to our local business owners because we sell real estate. So if you have any real estate needs, or if you want to keep in the know about real estate, head over to our Murdock Manwaring Company page and check it out, or give us a call and we'd love to talk to you about selling your home or buying a home. It's a great time to do it.
So follow us over there as well.
All right, we are in our favorite place, downtown.
Downtown Idaho Falls. We're right off Broadway.
That's right.
Broadway and the Northgate Mile,
Yep.
This downtown section of Yellowstone Highway.
We are in the most iconic part of Old Town, downtown, right here on Broadway. There's the Museum Idaho, there's Chesbro's, we are in it. And we are headed into the ARTitorium today.
ARTitorium on Broadway.
Yes.
This is a really cool interactive museum for families.
This is one of those places, if you don't know about it or haven't been in here and you have kids, we've just gotten you your next activity.
You gotta come in. You've probably driven by this, and if you don't know what it is, come on in. We're gonna go talk to my good friend Georgina in here.
Let's go take a look. So obviously this had to be, I'm excited to find out if this was an old movie theater? I mean, because this has a movie theater, or was it a theater theater?
Do you know, Jessica, they have a theater attached here.
What?
Well, hello.
Hi.
Well, hey.
Hi, Georgina. How are you?
So can the nosy neighbors ask a few questions?
Sure, absolutely.
Awesome. Tell us who you are.
I'm Georgina Goodlander. I'm the Visual Arts Director for the Idaho Falls Arts Council, and I run ARTitorium on Broadway.
And you're obviously an Idaho Falls native.
I'm originally from England.
Aha! Bringing us a little extra culture.
Absolutely.
I love that.
We
Okay,
do love that.
what is the ARTitorium?
So ARTitorium is an interactive art center for kids. It's designed for ages 0 to 12, although we think older people can have fun here too. And it is all about hands-on interactive art fun. So if you imagine your science center or your children's museum, which most people are more familiar with, it's like that, but it's all art-based.
That is awesome. How long has this been here?
We opened in 2014, so 6 years now.
Oh. So okay, let me ask, who is it that would come here? Is this anybody off the street can walk in?
Yes.
Or is this a set up an appointment and come?
All kinds of things. So we are just drop in. Anybody can come here. We're open 7 days a week. You just come in, pay and get to play for as long as you like. You can leave and come back. We do also do art classes, which you register in advance for those. And a big deal for us too is school field trips. So in a normal...
This would be an amazing school field trip.
So in a normal non-COVID year, we would usually see anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000 elementary students come through every year.
Wow.
Such a cool opportunity for those kids.
And we do a lesson upstairs in the theater with them, like an interactive lesson where they get to kind of create art projects, learn about something, and then they get to come down and go crazy and play.
What kind of art classes do you have?
They vary a lot. So they start at age 5, they go up to age 12, and we come up with different themes every month. They're 4-week classes. So you kind of, one of them, for example, that my 5-year-old has done is on lines and shapes. So you just go through different projects and you learn about lines and different kinds of lines and making lines and 3-dimensional lines and stuff like that.
Wow.
It's a lot of fun.
Okay, so where do they find out more? Like, where do they find out what classes they are or what's going on in
your hours, where you're located?
The best place to start is on our website. So that's auditoriumonbroadway.org. And then also we do regular updates on Facebook. We recommend people sign up for our email list. We usually just do 1 email a week, so it's not crazy. But that's where you can find out about upcoming classes, upcoming activities. We do special events. We do free days. It's always good to kind of be in the know about that.
So how much does it cost? In the know. She's getting this. She should do this all the time. So how much does it cost? How much is someone expecting?
Usually it's $5 a person. Everybody ages 3 and up pay, and we charge adults too, so we recommend that since you're coming and you're paying, you should also play.
That's right.
But then we also we're often discounted, so we try and be cheaper during school breaks. So Thanksgiving break coming up will be $3 every day. We also very lucky to have a lot of community supporters. The Arts Council is a nonprofit, so we rely on sponsorships from different companies and individuals in town. And when we get sponsorship at Auditorium, that usually allows us we can do occasional free days, we'll do $1 day, different things like that our sponsors enable us to do.
So to find out about that, do you guys post that on Facebook, or do they need to get the newsletter?
Both.
Okay. Perfect.
It would be both. It's not like secret information,
yeah.
But it'll usually
So with
be
Thanksgiving
everywhere.
coming up not too far away, everybody's looking for things to do with their
Yes.
kids and keep them busy while
Yes.
they're home. So that's a good idea.
Yes.
So you said they can come all day?
Yes.
So
Yep.
they one time and they can come the whole day?
Yep, you just pay once, and then you can leave, have lunch, take your kid home for a nap, come back, keep playing.
So can we take a look?
Absolutely, I would love to show you.
Let's go. Because number one, I already love the colors, and it's already fun just walking in here.
I'm so glad you said that.
Yes.
So when we first opened in 2014, Auditorium was dreamed up kind of way back in the mid-2000s. And so it was dreamed up before every kid had their own tablet and access to screens. And so it was really based on technology, and the concept was we wanted to introduce your kids to visual arts, through technology, because kids love technology. Kind of fast forward to when we actually finally opened in 2014, in our first couple of years of opening, people thought it was super cool, but we got a lot of feedback about, well, I don't really want my kids having any more screen time. And also we got a lot of feedback from locals that they loved it, but it was a once and done experience. And we didn't want that. We want to be for the local community. We're not here for tourists. We're here for the locals. Yeah. So we made a lot of changes about 3 years ago. And one of the things was to add a lot more color. If you can believe it, when we first opened, all the walls were white. So we have
I love it. Yeah.
We have an internal hashtag of no more white walls. And so we're kind of slowly painting as many murals and hanging
Well, I mean,
things.
before you walk on, I love this already because I'm a lover of art. And these are very famous paintings, and to have someone here, I got to do this. I have to. Elyse, you got to come and preview this with me.
I get the screen. Oh, this one. And then I see the Scream one back there, too.
Yes,
you to be the farmer guy.
We painted this one a year ago for our Harvest Fest event that we do in September. Sponsored by the Idaho Department of Ag. And then this one we did when we first opened.
So this is Van Gogh. Nope, this is...
Munch.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
And then I don't remember who this guy is.
It is Grant Wood.
Oh, fun. Because these are very... I mean, in Idaho, if you don't
iconic.
Travel, you don't get to see...
and we can talk more about what else we have for that, too.
Let's go.
This was the first mural I painted, which is a forest, sponsored by the Forest Service.
So, by the way, before we go, if somebody wanted to get involved in donating to support this, how do they do that?
And they would just reach out to me.
To you, not to the Arts Council, directly to you.
They would send you to me.
Perfect. Perfect.
Which
would be a great... Is it a nonprofit?
Yes.
Okay, so if a company wanted to do a donation and make that part, they just contact you. Nonprofit, what a great...
And we have a lot of great options for sponsors. So one of the things, and when we decided we didn't want to be a once and done experience, we came up with the idea of monthly themes. And we added a lot more activities that I will show you too. But one of the things that we can do for sponsors is if you sponsor a month, then all of the activities become based around your business. So October is actually sponsored by the Idaho Department of Agriculture. So you'll see all of our different projects right now are agriculture themed. And then the backgrounds on the green screen are agriculture themes and all of that. And we kind of set out, when we first came up with this, we presented a lot of the Arts Council supporters, we presented them with the challenge to say, we believe we can come up with art projects around any business. Give us a try. Yeah. And one of our early sponsors was Grand Teton Gastroenterology. And we did a month of gastroenterology themed projects, and it was phenomenal. They are coming back, they're sponsoring March, and they actually have this huge inflatable colon that we're going to hopefully put up somewhere. But then I tell you what, boys love when we do those themed
Of course they do. It's perfect.
So you could bring your kids every single month and have a different experience.
Projects. Yes. That was the goal, and we are getting a lot of people who are now doing that.
I love it.
Another thing we did is a couple of years ago is opened up these closet spaces. Yeah. We weren't really using them for storage. We have a lot of storage in the basement, so let's get these opened up and add more activities. So we have our chalk wall cave, and then this is our scribble and scratch room.
Well, I love this concept of going in and drawing on the walls of a cave.
Yes.
I love that.
So I should point out...
Lego wall.
So that's kind of more examples of where we're just trying to fill every white wall with something. We have our collage wall here where kids are continually adding layers to. But you did mention that, you know, people in Idaho Falls don't really have the opportunity to see historical art.
Right.
So I'd love to show you our virtual gallery here.
Look at this.
And this is where we're kind of presenting historical art to you digitally. So we have artworks from the Smithsonian, the National Gallery of Art, the Met, the Getty, the Yale Gallery of Art, anywhere that we could find that would give us content that's in the public domain.
Yes.
And then we created this kind of interactive way of searching that is really for kids. So your primary way of searching is by color. So you can kind of look at different artworks by color, and then each one of these you can pick it up, you can look at it, where it came from. This one came from the Smithsonian, information about the artist. And then there's lots of different ways to search too, like how did they make it? Or actually this is what is it of? So still life, buildings, landscapes, people, and just a really cool way to kind of inspire that.
I love this because I didn't go to my first museum till I was in college. Like you know, and I went to the Met and I went to the Tate and I went all these, and it was so impactful on me to see those.
Yeah,
I love that.
That's the thing. And what I often say is we're trying to turn the art museum experience on its head. Because I think even if you are in a space where you can take your kids to museums, if you've got little kids and if they're crazy like my kids, you don't want to. They might touch the art, they could knock something over. Whereas we're trying to, like when we opened, we kind of opened with the philosophy that we don't have a lot of rules here. You can be loud, you can be crazy, you can be social, and you can enjoy having the art experience without worrying about destroying anything.
I love it. It's fantastic. Amazing. Amazing.
So we can head up and take a look at the green screen. But so we added every table and available wall space will have a project. And these are the things that change every month. So if we look at these ones, we have our ag-themed projects. This is making a peach tree, so it basically has the instructions, an example, and then all the supplies you need.
Wow. And this is all included in the price. You're $5.
Yes.
Oh my word. What a great. Look at that. How fun is this? Because this is fun to go somewhere and have a project and be able to, what a great idea.
And then we have projects on the walls too. We're trying to.
Because sometimes it's just hard to come up with as a parent. Just another project. Something, and you've got to come up with that. And this is so neat.
I love that the kids then take that home and have that. Probably inspires them to want to go back and see what else there is.
And one thing we've added too, which I think is absolutely amazing with coronavirus and the fact that we are hearing from some parents that they still don't feel comfortable going out to indoor places. Even if we're quiet, even if people are wearing masks, you know, they don't feel comfortable. So we added grab and go. So you can now come in and buy a bag of all the monthly projects for $3. It has everything you need. And the really big part of this, and I have an art background, I feel qualified to do craft projects with my kids, but I've been buying these because these actually, everything is just pre-made for you and ready. It's cut out, it's photocopied, you don't have to figure any of that out. If you need 3 chenille stems, it gives you 3 chenille stems, you know, you don't have to buy a box of 1,000. And so that's and those are available every month. So you can come in and buy your grab and go agriculture bag, take it home and then do those projects.
And I would say $3 for a package of crafts. That's a good deal.
Oh my word. Amazing.
I think so too.
Amazing.
And think of all the time that's going to fill and the time you have with your child.
That is something that we're going to continue even once the world is back to normal again.
That's a great idea.
And
sometimes you got a parent who's got, especially if they have a couple young kids, someone's got to go take a nap. So then they don't get to, and then they didn't get to do a project, and awesome.
And we also, for the kids who enjoy our art classes, which are 4-week art classes, we have Art Class in a Box too, which is a kind of more in-depth experience. It has at least 8 projects in it. It has higher quality supplies, and it has everything that you need to kind of take your kid through the art project on your own time, which are also amazing. And I can say that because I didn't create any of these things. I have a wonderful team.
You're going to grandma's house and the kids are bored, they don't know what to do. Grab a bag and they get to do an art project at grandma's house and they get to spend time.
This is a great idea for grandmas when they have their grandkids coming. Grab a bag.
You guys should have a business with this. Oh, that's
built-in crafts.
Amazing.
So let's head up the ramp and look at the green screen. So the slide is one thing that we added to when our executive director and I were initially kind of planning the space. You know, I came to Idaho Falls 6 months before this opened, and it was still a shell and we were figuring it out. But it had been kind of designed, like the space had already been set, so they had this ramp that takes you up all around to this kind of gazebo type platform with no real purpose. So it looks cool, the space looks cool, but we didn't really understand why you had this ramp to nowhere. So we decided to add the slide, and not only so that it gives it a purpose for why you would go up there, but also to symbolize what Auditorium is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about fun. And the slide is rated up to 300 pounds, so we expect adults to go down.
There we go.
Elyse will be going down that slide today, I think.
We'll have a demo in a little bit.
Well, and also what I like about this ramp idea is when you're here, in somewhere when you go to a museum, you're not going to get to run around. I can imagine if you needed to get your wiggles out, you just go up your ramp and around, and there you go.
Yes. So probably one of our most popular attractions is the green screen. And this is where we can change the background depending on the monthly sponsors. So we have our ag-themed backgrounds right now. So it really is just a case of performing in front of the green screen.
And
we
they
have
get to
a few
the green
different
screen.
effects.
And kids love to see themselves
They
on the
do.
video.
Get out of the shot.
Oh, look at the special effects.
And they have, this one is my favorite, I think. If you move around, it kind of.
Oh, yeah.
And then this one.
Look at that.
And you can also, we've got music.
So we
Fun.
can start in on the dance.
That's right. Dancing with some potatoes. Now I'm in an 80s video from MTV, right? Like this.
Exactly.
That's what we're doing.
We just need more color blocking in our outfit.
Okay, how much does it cost to sponsor a month?
$2,500 for
Great
your
deal.
own month.
Great deal.
And we're very flexible too. Like we'd love to work with sponsors to figure out what benefits them in their sponsorship. So we can do lots of different things.
It's amazing. I love
Very
that.
fun.
During the initial shutdown, when we had to be closed for 3 months in the spring, we did a project online to have the community make butterflies. And we had a little drop box out the back door so they could drop off their butterflies, and we kept them all. And those will be there forever, I think.
Oh, cool.
I love that. I love the lights.
Because our goal at the time was we were filling all the windows with butterflies. So here and over at the Willard Arts Center, we filled the windows. And then after we reopened, we brought them all over here.
So how does the Arts Council tie into this?
So the Idaho Falls Arts Council owns and operates the Colonial Theater, the Willard Arts Center, and Auditorium on Broadway. So we had been running the Youth Jam Festival down on the river. I think this year was our 18th year of doing that. And it's 3 days of free visual arts activities down on the river for families. And Auditorium really came out of that. We were looking at that amazing event and thinking, how do we offer visual arts experiences for kids all the time?
Yeah.
So that's where Auditorium came from.
I love that.
So let me show you one interactive that people don't often find.
Oh.
They get distracted by all the cool stuff.
Yeah.
Because obviously when you're talking about art, it's visual, performing, and music.
Oh, yes, yes.
So the focus on Auditorium is mostly visual arts, and that's what my background is in. But we do have, obviously you perform on the green screen, and then we wanted to add a music feature. And that's what's hidden around this corner. And this is where when I first moved to Idaho Falls, 7 years ago now, couldn't believe how much art there was in this community, especially for its size. It's incredible. We are very lucky here. And we have a symphony, which is also amazing. So we worked with the Idaho Falls Symphony on this interactive, and this is all kind of inspired by a book that I had when my son was 2, called The Noisy Orchestra. And you could look at each page, you would hit a button and it would play you the same piece of music, but with just the brass instruments, then with just the woodwind, and then with just the percussion. And I was like, I love this book. Let's make it into something more. So this is where we did with the Idaho Falls Symphony. And if you know the symphony, that is their music director, Thomas. Yep, and all the musicians in here are based on the actual musicians in the symphony. Cool. And they played this on the Colonial Theater stage. We recorded them playing this piece of music. And you can go through and isolate the different.
Let's do the French horn for sure. This is for Tommy.
And that's the lead French horn.
Look at that.
Neat.
How neat.
And then
is
obviously
that?
if you go back to, if I can remember how to go back, you can play with the volumes here. You can also speed
Oh my
it up
goodness.
and slow it down.
So you get to direct the orchestra.
Yes, exactly. And so this is probably the piece of which I'm most proud. This one, I think we finished it a couple of years ago. And just the fact that we could partner with the Idaho Falls Symphony, we could bring the symphony to little kids.
Yeah.
I mean, the symphony does a great job. They do 2 family shows a year, and it's phenomenal. But for the most part, as you wouldn't want to take your small child to a museum, you don't necessarily want to take your small child to the symphony.
Yep.
So this is kind of a way to introduce kids to the fact that a symphony is a thing. And we have one here, and here are all the different instruments that are involved, and it's just super cool. And then we added our beanbags and music-based books, so to kind of create a quieter space in this corner of auditorium where you can listen to music and read books.
Okay, I have a question. What is this? I keep seeing the little things with the numbers all around.
I'm so glad you asked.
I'm real nosy that way.
With the monthly themes, we added a scavenger hunt. So basically, it's just you have to complete 5 projects. You write down you look for the potato, you do the project that's by the potato, you write down the number. Once you've done 5, we give you a button. And it's a themed button, so we do have families that come back every month because they want every month collect buttons.
Oh my word, I love it.
So the images will change depending on what our theme is.
You guys, this is amazing. What a cool place to work. I am definitely not artistic enough to work here, but I appreciate it.
Well, and I feel very fortunate that I have amazing staff that comes up with so many new projects all the time. And the other day I was like, you know what we should have? We should have Halloween grab-and-go bags. So as well as our agriculture grab-and-go bags, you can come get a Halloween-themed grab-and-go bag. And happily, my team was just like, okay.
Okay, so that leads me to the next thing. What if somebody wanted to work here? How does that work? Who do you guys ever hire? How would someone get involved?
We do.
Or volunteer?
We love volunteers, particularly once field trips are rolling. We always need volunteers to help corral, because we can have 120 kids in the building at one time, and it can be crazy. So we sometimes need volunteers to help with field trips, definitely. I have a coordinator and an art teacher, art education specialist who she's been here since the start. Rebecca, my coordinator, has been here for over a year now. And then we have what we call junior associates that work the evenings and the weekends, and we're often looking for those.
Where would they find out more about them? On the website?
I think it's on the website.
Okay.
Or they could just email me.
Okay.
Too.
What's your email address?
It is Goodlander, so GGOODLANDER at IdahoFallsArts.org.
Perfect.
Did we miss anything? Have we seen everything?
You haven't seen everything.
Oh,
do you want to see the theater?
Yes.
Okay, let's go see the theater.
So what is the theater for?
So when this building used to be the Rio Theater, I think I heard you talking about that.
I did. I was wondering about that. Yes.
So when we renovated it, we actually kept the old balcony and sealed it off to make a kind of private, small theater. Let me just make sure the lights are on. Hold on.
I love this.
So cool.
I just love it. I feel like we're in my favorite part of grade school in the art room. Remember when you only got to go to the art room once a week? Yes. And it was the best day?
And that's part of why we exist.
I feel like this would
too, is because there isn't that much art in schools anymore. I get why they kind of run out of time.
Yeah.
But that's why we're trying to add that piece back in. And also for parents who may feel intimidated by doing it with their kids, we want to be able to help them too. Or if you just don't want to make a mess in your home, come here and make the mess.
Love that. And it gets out. And there's somewhere they can run, and you don't have to. I love it.
Yeah. So the theater, we use it primarily for field trips. That's where field trips start. And then also we were screening our National Theatre Live presentations in this theater. It's available for the community to rent. So if you wanted to do a small presentation, it's great for trainings. It's also perfect for showing a movie. So if you wanted to just kind of bring 20 of your closest friends and watch a movie for your birthday, we can do that.
Great. How much does that cost?
For
say an evening.
Gonna say if you want to rent it for a movie for like up to 4 hours, it's $135 or something like that.
Awesome.
So let's go look at it.
And do you guys have a projector and everything?
Yes.
Good heavens.
Yes. Fortunately, because we have the Colonial Theater, we have an amazing technical director and technical staff. So they helped us spec out all the equipment. They come over and run events over here.
I have been up here. I can't believe I forgot that.
So right now it's set up for an art class. We moved our art classes up here just so that they can spread out more. We have more space. But
this is a great place.
Isn't it? And they are super comfortable chairs, and they have cup holders.
Wow. So what about if someone wanted to bring food, like if they wanted to have a meeting? Could they have
Yes.
a caterer come in and do,
Yes.
can you do food and everything in
Yes.
here?
Yeah, we just, our main rules are it needs to be catered or prepackaged, no homemade food. That's just for our licensing.
Gotcha.
We do have a beer and wine license.
I was going to say that goes the next thing if, you know.
Yep. So there
Oh,
are all the
this is
rules that come with
beautiful.
that, but we can have that too.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a great little theater.
It's an amazing theater. It's beautiful.
And often during school breaks, often during Christmas school break, we will screen Christmas movies up here.
A great idea.
That just comes with admission. So you come to Auditorium, you can watch the movie, you can play, you can do both.
That's cool. That is a full day of fun
It
during
is.
Christmas break.
It's also good for
Get out of the
families
house.
with different ages of kids. So if the older
Yes.
kids wanted to come sit up here and watch the movie while the little kids play.
Yes.
it's
Oh my
good.
word. Is there anything we didn't talk about that the Auditorium is doing? Anything coming up that we talked about? There's going to be Halloween grab and go bags.
Yes, those are available now. I can
Okay.
show you one if you want.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
And then Thanksgiving break will be a fun week, discounted
And you probably have
admission.
some movies playing then.
I don't think we're doing movies for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Gotcha. So say during Thanksgiving break, what are the hours?
We are 10 till 6 Tuesday through Saturday, and then Mondays we open up in the evening, 5 till
Oh.
8:30, and then Sundays we're open 1 till 5.
Gotcha.
So I do.
2-minute warning.
Got it. Okay.
Let's go look at a bag.
So if they want to pick up a Halloween grab and go, they just pop on here. By the way, if you're going to park, if you're worried about parking,
Oh, we should
just
talk about
right around the
parking.
corner.
Yep, we have the street parking obviously on Shoup, and then the road behind Auditorium, that's 2-hour street parking. And then behind Chesbro, they're immediately behind them, there's a 2-hour lot, and then the 2 lots after that are all day.
All day.
So it's not that far away.
Nope, it's an easy. So if you're worried about that,
walk.
you just go right down around the corner, and there's tons of parking back there.
Oh, so these are some of the monthly buttons you can
Oh,
earn
look
if
at
they finish the
that.
projects. Those are darling.
Aren't they just? You can see why people.
Yeah.
So
I
this
can
is
see why they'd want to collect
this
every
is
one
our
of them.
Halloween grab and go bag. So it comes with the instructions for the projects, and this one has 5 different projects. And then everything is just so, I'm just so impressed with my folks. It's just stapled in little packets.
It's ready to go.
All
for
ready to
everything
go.
that you need for each
So
project.
fun.
Makes your life as a mom so easy. I do these with my kids all the time.
I love the concept of a grandparent, because that is sometimes so hard. I mean, you know, moms and dad, right? But grandparents, it's really, what will I have a kid? I want them to come and visit.
And
I
they
wanna
want to
do
have
something.
experiences with those grandkids.
Yes, great.
Something-
Come here or pick. Oh, great
Or
idea.
pick up the grab and go.
Yeah, they're
Great.
awesome. And then our art classes in a box are down under here.
Oh, look at that.
And those are really great too.
Oh, my
kind of
word.
a more involved experience.
Okay.
Georgina, this is amazing. I can't believe I didn't know how amazing
Well,
it was.
thank you so much for coming. We think it's amazing.
It's fantastic. All right, one more
Such a
time, your
fun place.
website.
Auditoriumonbroadway.org.
Okay, perfect. And there's probably a link down below if you'll notice that. So take a look. Thank you again. This is amazing, you guys. Again, this is another local gem. What a great thing for families. And I'm sure young at heart would be welcomed here as well.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So, you
Anybody
know,
would enjoy this.
yeah, because I'm going to need to spend some time with some of those boards. So thank you guys. Come down to the auditorium, plan for it, get your families down here. Don't miss out on the beautiful things we have here at Idaho Falls. So this has been Jessica Cardon,
And Elyse Powell.
your nosy neighbors, keeping you in the know.